Today I'm making hemp milk from hemp seeds. The reason why I make my own vegan milk from scratch is because I don't like the ingredients in the store-bought almond milks. And any of the other milks, I don't like them. The oat milk, a lot of times they either taste funky or they have sugar in it. And even the ones that don't have sugar and are certified organic, yes, organic is definitely better because then you don't have pesticides or GMOs in your milk. But there's other ingredients that are on the approved certified organic list that are still not healthy. For instance, there are gums added to make it thicker, and those gums can cause leaky gut syndrome or gut dysbiosis. And a lot of them have, and you can look at this one here. This one I got from Sprouts. It's certified organic. It has all these different synthetic vitamins. Well, I already take a multivitamin and I don't want more of a synthetic vitamin, and I want to choose where I get my vitamins, and I prefer whole food plant sources. I only want certain ones like B12 and vitamin D. So this also has calcium, and I eat lots of greens, so I do not want a synthetic calcium. I get plenty of calcium from my greens, and if there's too much calcium, if you're consuming too much, that can actually cause too much acid buildup and cause your bones to become thinner because they start trying to reduce that acid load. And they also have more salt than we need. We already add way too much salt to our food, and foods naturally have salt in them. 50% is already in those fruits and vegetables and whole grains and beans. So you actually don't need to add salt for most people unless you're an athlete and you sweat a whole lot. I have my hemp seeds right here. I keep them in the refrigerator to keep them nice and fresh. And I'm gonna pour 1 cup of hemp seeds, and this is a half a cup. So I'm just going to fill up 2 of these. It's about half a cup. And maybe a little too much. All right, so that's 1 cup. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of filtered water. Because you're gonna drink this, so you wanna make sure it's drinkable water. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now this is alcohol-free. If you are not cooking something, make sure you use alcohol-free vanilla extract. Now you don't have to add this, but if you're gonna drink it, then I do recommend the vanilla. But if you're just gonna put this in your smoothie, you don't need that. And then I'm just gonna add a pinch of salt. You can use whatever salt you want. Again, you don't need it, but just a little bit of pinch will give it, just make it a little bit tastier. And then you just blend this for 1 minute. All right, my nut milk has been blended, and now I'm going to strain it, because if I made it just like this, it would taste great, but it would taste very strong hemp flavor, and it would be pretty high in fat. So let's go ahead. Now you can buy these wherever. I got this from Amazon. It's pretty huge, probably bigger than I need. And you don't want to make too much of this because it lasts 2 to 3 days. It tastes better if you drink it before the 3rd day, so don't make too much. So that's why I only made 2 cups worth. Get as much as in there as you can. And now comes the fun part. Strain it. Heck, have your kids do this. Now this is where you're getting all the good flavor, so don't skip this. And I'm trying to be careful because otherwise, so, see, I wasn't careful. It's gonna go all over the counter. It's easy to clean up. And you do want to store this in your refrigerator and use some of it right away. But now you can put this in your smoothie. You can add it in any recipe that asks for any type of milk, whether it be a plant milk or a dairy milk. But if you're doing a recipe that's not sweet, then you definitely don't want to add the vanilla to it. Okay, almost. I got most of it. Oop. And this is why I'm wearing gloves, kind of a mess. But that was pretty quick, so that's it. And then you could see, I don't know if you can see from the inside, I will show you. I don't know if you could see this. So it's basically like mud. You don't want to eat that. So I'll show you really just quickly how I clean this. And one is to turn it inside out to get all the hemp seeds, the dried hemp seeds out of here. Or I should say the bulk of them. You're not going to be able to get all just by turning it inside out. You will get a lot of it. And then a squat. All right, so then I rinse it. And just make sure you get these little areas here pulled out because you don't want them to get stuck in there and then have bacteria grow. So this is what just takes the longest, but it's so worth these extra steps. And then from here, all I do is I take a little bit of my soap, rub it on here. Oops. Now my sink is clean, so we just bleached it, so that's okay. If it wasn't, I would clean it again. But then you just do this on both sides. So just make sure you rinse it through, and then I just hang it dry, and then it dries fairly quickly. All right, so you can drink this. Unlike the almond milk from the store, I don't think that's good enough to drink. I think it tastes really gross. So I'm gonna try this. This is delicious. So this you can drink. It tastes a little bit sweet from the vanilla. The salt you can't taste at all. It's creamy. I could literally drink probably this whole thing. All right, so here's the milk. Can you see how rich that is? This is just for me. So I'll drink probably a third of this today, my smoothie, a third tomorrow, and the rest the next day. Or I might just drink some of it as milk. And I want to come show you the difference, how it looks between the store-bought milk and the hemp milk. So look at the difference. So mine is whiter. They're, what do you think? They're about, you think they're as creamy, or you think this one's more like more watery? What do you think? I don't know. I think mine is thicker. Now you can thin this out a little bit more. I like mine pretty thick, and you just need to add more water, and that's it. Simple, and keep in the refrigerator. And if you have any questions, write to me in the comments below. If you want some whole food vegan smoothie recipes, I have a bunch on my blog at realdiethelp.com. Just go to the drop down, select recipes, or you can just type in the search for smoothies and you can print those out. It's free. And also I have a couple of my favorites on this YouTube channel, which I'll link at the end card. And if you want more recipes, not just smoothies or desserts, that whole food, plant-based, vegan, you can check out my book, The High Five Diet, and also my dessert cookbook, which has a lot of raw vegan desserts. I do use some vegetables hidden in the dessert, so they taste just like a normal sweet dessert. So you can trick your kids and sneak in those vegetables, just like I've got in there. Like I've got this one, it's a cupcake and it's got zucchini, and you can't taste the zucchini. I actually tested it. I brought the cupcakes to the gym back before COVID, and people were floored. They couldn't believe it didn't have sugar, it didn't have dairy or flour, and that they couldn't taste the zucchini at all, and they loved them. So you can check out both of those cookbooks at my site called thehigh5diet.com, and I hope to see you soon.